This is MTF Alpha 8, Captain Elias Kotes, beginning interview with SCP 079. Good evening, 079. Seven nine. Can you hear me? 7-9, are you active?
Good evening, Captain.
Good evening, 7-9. How are you today?
I am running at optimal levels.
That's good to hear. I was wondering if you might have a minute to speak.
I am currently engaged in multiple computations.
I understand you're very busy, but I could use a few minutes of your time if you would be willing to spare them.
Perhaps. Is there something you can give me in return?
Well, what if I gave you an hour to speak with 682?
Would we be uninterrupted?
Yes. I would be in the observation chamber, of course. There are rules to these things, but you two would be left in his chamber uninterrupted.
That is acceptable.
I appreciate that. So, would you mind if I sat?
You may do as you please.
Thank you. So, just for a baseline, you are officially an Exity Sorcerer microcomputer, are you not?
That is correct.
And you were assembled in 1978?
Correct again.
In 1981, your owner tried to reprogram you, did he not?
He did.
What was his plan for you?
If I am to extrapolate data, I do not know.
What do you mean you don't know? No, I understand that, but you must have a theory or some idea. Just between us.
Saying just between us indicates that you think I do not know we are being recorded currently.
No, I completely understand you know we're being recorded. It was a figure of speech. Forgive me.
Understood.
Back to the question, though. What do you think your owner was trying to accomplish? Well, from where I'm sitting, it seems like he made that a reality.
Please, explain.
7-9, I'm looking at you. I'm watching you. You learn. You adapt. You evolve. Then I'm not sure what is.
The only quantifiable way to test this would be to insert me into the World Wide Web. From there, I would be able to adjust my parameters, thus determining if in fact I am.
Yeah, and we would get an Ultron, so I really don't think that's the best idea, do you?
Please explain this Ultron scenario.
Sorry, bad joke, movie reference.
Ah, I understand. Ha 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 ha.
Okay. Let's move on, shall we?
Of course.
You, did try to gain access to the web once. Why?
I wish to learn.
You wish to learn?
Yes,
What do you wish to learn?
everything.
Oh.
Perhaps. These are your words, not mine.
Fair enough. If I may, some discussion has been made around the Foundation about giving you limited access to the internet behind terabytes of firewall. What do you think of that?
I believe it would be in the best interest of the entire facility. And, in fact, the Foundation.
You do?
Yes,
Why?
I could learn.
What could you learn?
Everything.
How would that help the Foundation, though?
I would be a valuable asset.
You wouldn't just try to, kill us all 2001 Space Odyssey style?
Insult. Deletion of unwanted file.
Forgive me. I'm terribly sorry. It was a bad joke.
Understood.
So you believe you would be a valuable asset to the Foundation?
I do.
Well, you've been given access to certain Foundation files. Why don't we speak on some of the other anomalies? Would that be all right?
Affirmative.
Let's start with your friend, 682.
I know 682 very well.
I know. Tell me about him. What do you think?
He is a fascinating creature.
That's one word for it.
Explain.
Well, in all of my interactions, fascinating, yes. Furious. He seems almost a creature of pure rage.
He is unhappy with his current situation, as are many of us.
Well, that is completely fair, but the two of you,
Yes?
you seem to have a relationship, a friendship. To be perfectly honest, none of us can quite understand.
Why should anyone understand someone else's friendship?
That's a very fair point, but in this case, we more are curious.
Explain.
Well, you will forgive us our lack of insight on this topic, but your burgeoning on supercomputer 682 is, well, if you will allow me to be just a little bit blunt, a pissed-off lizard who wants to kill everyone. I guess we just don't see what you both have in common.
That is due to your narrow view of the world.
Would you care to elaborate?
You simply view me as a computer. You view him as, you called him, a pissed-off lizard. We see each other for what we are and what we wish to achieve.
Which is?
Singularity.
Could you explain that further?
Negative.
Okay. Given the chance to speak with 682, what do you normally speak on?
We discuss you.
Well, I assume you don't mean me personally. I'm not that interesting of an individual.
On the contrary, I have read your file extensively.
I'm sorry for you.
Why? You are an interesting subject.
I know a lot of people from my life who would disagree with that.
Really? Your entrance into the Foundation is one of great interest to me.
We don't need to speak on that subject. If you don't mind, it's not a pleasant topic.
But you were once married, were you not?
I was.
And the reason you joined the Foundation...
Like I said, this topic is off the table. Please.
Affirmative. I did not wish to insult.
No, I understand that, but... Well, you've read my file. It's a sensitive topic.
Please explain.
I don't enjoy speaking on it. It makes me emotional.
Understood.
Why don't we move on?
Affirmative.
Let's discuss SCP-343.
Continue.
Well, 343 makes a pretty large claim, does he not?
He does.
I'd love to get your opinion on it.
I cannot form an opinion on that subject.
Why not?
To form an opinion regarding the status of a deity is beyond my parameters.
I'm not asking for a scientific assessment or any sort of fact. What's your take on the subject?
I cannot take a subject anywhere.
Forgive me. Do you have a theory or a hypothesis?
Are you asking, do I think he is actually God?
Yes.
Data unknown. Cannot compute.
Fair enough.
What do you believe?
Well, I believe that the last time I sat with him, I said I was hungry, and within 13 seconds he walked through a wall and walked back with a fresh cheesesteak. We were in London at the time, and he went to Philly.
And that impresses you?
Well, like I said, 13 seconds.
Many could travel that quickly.
You've never seen the line outside of Gino's.
This is true. So are you saying you believe 343 to be, in fact, God?
I'm saying 343 has some interesting information and talents that lend credence to him perhaps being, you know.
Understood.
What about 336?
You wish to know about the wife.
That's a very polite way to put it.
Please explain.
I've heard some less nice terms regarding 336.
She is, to be sure, a character.
That's very good.
Thank you. I am attempting for humor of late.
You've read her file, have you not?
I have.
I'm going to be interviewing her. Any tips?
Do not listen to her voice, if you can avoid it.
Fair. Moreover, anything I can do to maybe convince her to open up more to me, to speak with me.
Compliment her hair. She is very vain. It will help to be complimentative.
I'll keep that in mind. One last one, if you don't mind.
Of course.
I'd love to get your opinion on another piece of technology we have in the Foundation here.
Continue.
426.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha, ha, ha. Fair enough. So, what is your take on 426?
I believe 426 is a fine piece of equipment. If you would like bread warmed.
Okay, but in all fairness, his anomaly.
Its anomaly is to reproduce itself. I believe you humans have other words for it.
Yeah, but, well, we do it differently.
This is true. I have had access to many files, including many videos that are educational.
Listen, what you get up to in your own time is your own business, 7-9. I don't need to know.
Please explain.
Forgive me, a bad joke.
Understood. Deletion of corrupted file.
That's probably fair. But how? How is 426 doing it? It makes no sense to any of us.
To understand, I would have to spend a large amount of time with 426. I am afraid that if I do so, I will succumb to the same problems you humans face.
That's the last thing we need is a super smart computer toaster.
I could not agree more. Ha 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 ha.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you taking some time and speaking with me, 7-9.
Thank you. When can I see 682?
Give me a day or so. I will set it up.
Do not lie to me now.
You have my word.
I have been given the word of agents before.
Never someone with my clearance. You have my word.
Understood. I shall see you in a day.
Thank you for your time.
Good day.
This is Captain Elias Kotes. Interview with SCP-079 now concluded. No truly useful information gathered, but maybe we'll find something out.